Okay, there has been a lot of talk about Memphis Shelby County schools after a controversial decision to fire former superintendent Dr. Marie Fagans. Now, Memphis Representative Mark White is proposing a bill that looks to reshape how the district operates. While some say change is needed, others say local voices will be lost if this legislation becomes a reality. Joining us now to talk more about the debate is Memphis Representative G.A. Hardaway. Representative Hardaway, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us this afternoon. Before we talk about the bill, let's talk about the Tennessee General Assembly today. A little bit earlier today, you folks remembered Pastor Ricky Floyd of Memphis. Why was that important to do?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, Alex. And next, I'd like to extend my condolences and those of our General Assembly. We did have a moment of silence for Pastor Floyd earlier today. He was a dear friend. He was certainly a staunch advocate in the community for those who had the least. And he wasn't scared. He wasn't scared. Those are the things that come to mind at the beginning of my thoughts. The fact that his history, the things that he went through, the adversity that he went through, and he had some challenges early on in his life. Those made the man. It allowed him to develop the empathy, not just sympathy, to be able to relate to those who really need his assistance, not just in Frazier, but citywide, countywide, and statewide. I've talked to him a number of times, any time of night, any time of day, about the needs that he identifies in the community. And you can bet he's a reliable advocate. He not only provides the hope to the people, but he would deliver the help that they need. So he'll be sorely missed, not just in Frazier, but all over.
A lot of people definitely refer to him, Representative, as a beacon of hope. As we move on now, let's talk about another issue that you and I have discussed many times, especially the future of Memphis Shelby County schools. Where do we stand with this bill that I know you've been kind of keeping up with very closely, that Mark White is supposed to introduce possibly as early as maybe Tuesday of next week?
Well, here's your scoop. He has filed an amendment. Amendment number 004897, and it will be heard next week in education. It will be called the Tennessee Public School Accountability Act. I have not finished reading it thoroughly, but essentially it's got conditions which will determine whether or not the LEA is eligible for takeover. 30% or more of the schools managed and controlled by the LEA's local board of education were assigned a D or F letter grade in any one school year for which letter grades were assigned pursuant to this got to section 49-1-228. The LEA is in the bottom 5% of school district performance statewide. 25% or more of the students enrolled in the LEA are chronically absent, or here's the kicker: the local legislative body for the county, our county commission, right, in which the LEA is located, approves by a majority vote a resolution expressing that the local legislative body has no confidence in the local board of education for the LEA. So in essence, you can thank the Shelby County Commission for giving the state of Tennessee a way to come in and interfere with the educational process.
So, G.A., you call this interference. Can the state do this job, or what gives you the opinion that this is going to be a mistake for Memphis and Shelby County and for the state of Tennessee?
Well, we've already had experience with the state coming into Shelby County and other places in the state, expressing their view of how education should be run in local environments where they have no experience. And they have all been dismal failures. The children in Shelby County who survived the ASD are in worse shape today than they were at the beginning.
And
of the
GA, do you also, do you also see this kind of headed to court? Because a lot of people here in Memphis, Shelby County can say, wait a minute, we voted for these school board members. Will they essentially lose their voice if this state takeover happens?
You absolutely will. The elected body of the Memphis Shelby County School Board would be reduced to bystanders. The final decisions on budgets, on hiring of the superintendent, on the facilities, etc., all of that would be done by this newly appointed board of managers that the two speakers and the governor would appoint. So yes, the votes of the community for school board members would be muted.
And very quickly here, GA, almost out of time, very quickly here, if this board does take place, do you see the return of Dr. Fagans maybe heading that board?
I'm not a soothsayer, so I can't predict that. But the possibility, if you look at what's possible under this legislation, the answer is yes.
GA Hardaway, as always, thank you very much for your time. Always good to see you.
Thank you, sir.